Hi, my name is Joel, and I've seen a movie. Hello, this is Have You Seen This?, where my brother Mark and I force each other to watch movies. Now Mark, you've suggested Strange Days, written by James Cameron and directed by Kathryn Bigelow, with the main character played by Ralph Fiennes. So this movie takes place in the future, or well, in the future of 1999. Where there's a new technology where you can just put on something like a hairnet thing and you can record an experience and then someone else can watch it, but it's not just like the Oculus Rift, something that we really have nowadays where you can just watch recorded video and audio, but apparently you can also feel with it, and it's a bit more than just a clip or a movie, just like Ralph Fiennes explains in this clip.
Now listen, I want you to know what we're talking about here, okay? This is not like TV, only better. This is life. It's a piece of somebody's life. It's pure and uncut. It's straight from the cerebral cortex. I mean, you're there, you're doing it, you're seeing it, you're hearing it, you're feeling it.
So after we get introduced into that technology, the movie gets a bit grittier. Because, well, Ralph Fiennes, the main character, he's called Lenny, he finds an experience, one of these clips that are more than just a clip, of someone raping and murdering a woman. And because he's an ex-cop, he feels obligated to investigate, and he gets himself into some pretty deep trouble. But in the end, the movie is less about this crime and more about a very big interracial issue that we can see throughout the whole movie. Another thing to notice about this movie is that it doesn't really adapt to the typical gender roles, and it seems like the director, Kathryn Bigelow, really likes that, and she looks for movies like that, because one of her newest movies was Zero Dark 30, and that had a really strong female lead. We do have some of the typical pretty lady needs to be saved scenes in this movie, but then there's also the character of Angela Bassett, who is just a real badass, and she just really kicks ass. And then on the other side you have the male lead, played by Ralph Fiennes, and let's face it, he's a complete wuss. He gets beaten down by a woman, he needs to be saved by a woman like 3 times or something in the movie. And I think that's cool, even though I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a big defender of women's rights, but just the fact that the characters are not the typical gender types. You know, the guy is not beating himself through the whole movie. I mean, he finds solutions to problems without violence. And the woman is not necessarily the damsel in distress that we usually see in movies. Alright, brother, I guess you noticed that I did like Strange Days. Very good movie recommendation. I liked that it was in the future and it was not too futuristic, like it's believable, and I just like the idea of that wire tripping, as they call it, where you can experience someone else's life or a part of their life, and the characters were really well written and all that, so I really liked it. Now in the last episode it kind of sounded like you were complaining that I didn't give you any dark movies so far. Well, okay, I can give you a dark movie. I give you The Iceman. In the main role we have Michael Shannon, really good actor. I think he's really underappreciated. And it's about a contract killer, Richard Kolinsky or something like that. We talked about him already. You know the real life guy, but this is the movie about him, and it is dark. So have fun. Please don't watch any trailer and don't check out the IMDb page, because I think there's some really nice surprises in the cast. I didn't check out the cast either before I watched it, and I was just surprised very positively by some of the cast choices. Alright, this was Have You Seen This? I wish you a nice rest of the day, and I will see you next week. In the end, I lost track because there's a fucking spider. Little spider interrupting my review.